Hello and welcome. In this exciting little video, I will be talking about one very useful tool that I most of the time use, which is called Jupyter, the Jupyter notebook for Python. So you can find Jupyter over here, and you can see that Jupyter has multiple support for blah 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 blah, a lot of things and a lot of documentation and whatnot. If you want to get some in depth, you can look over here and other stuff. But the basic of Jupyter. So why Jupyter and what is Jupyter? To have Jupyter, all you need is Python installed in your system and open up CMD. And to install, you just need to write pip install Jupyter. So I have installed it already, so I will not go over there and install it again. However, I will just run it simply on my system. So to run, you just write Jupyter notebook. Hit enter and it will run. So as you can see, it runs on the browser. Basically, it starts a server, Jupyter server, and that's how it does. So what Jupyter does, it does like it runs code. It runs Python code for me. So let's go somewhere and create a new file. Python. Here you can see notebook Python 3. So Jupyter has multiple options, and Jupyter can be used to develop code. Jupyter can be used to test codes, which I usually do, test my code and try to write if I go write a new function, I would most likely do it on Jupyter because it gives me a real-time output. So what is a real-time output? Like, for example, it's a Python shell. It's basically Python shell. And to enter a next shell is shift enter, and what you do, like for example, you want to print something, print hello, and shift enter, it will print hello. But if you write hello, it will give you your standard Python error. If you quote it, it will just show you what you write, like as a string, and it will return whatever it is there. So for example, you have a variable, let's consider a variable x equals to I am x, and now this variable has been set. Like you can see, this is 4. This is our fourth execution of a line. Like after 4th, whatever the execution there is, x will be available for us. For example, if you want to write it here, like x, what is x? X is I am x. That's about it. And the cool thing about Jupyter is it's also a tool to make documents. Especially when we're doing code, you need to document a lot of things, but it's not like doing comments. For example, it also supports markdowns. So this markdown, I have turned this cell into a markdown cell. Let's turn this one a markdown cell, and you can see, like if I write hello, it will be a simple text. If I put one hash, it will be a heading, bigger heading. If you put double, it gets smaller, triple gets even smaller, 4 it gets other smaller, and 5 it gets italic, and after that it does nothing. So that's hello, or well, let's call it my list. So if I want to make it a list, we need to make it a little bit like a list of items, or for example, for like if you like just provide a hyphen, then a space, and write I am item 1, second one I am item 2. See, it's an unordered list, so it helps a bit. For example, if I make a write down here, for like this function will cure us of COVID-19, and some amazing function def cure cough, some input, and then pass. Okay, something like that. You can make it interactive. Let me show you some example where I have been working with one of my project. So it's a project using IBM's data attrition prediction. So there are a lot of things you can do it here, like reading CSVs using Panda, data frame, a lot of the other stuff. If you want to install a package right here, you can just do something like that. A single exclamatory sign, then people install Seaborn, and then how I install Seaborn here. Then it shows you if you are having any plots, it shows you the plot in real time. And here the example of markdown, I have done something. And also then other plotting using PLT and RC params, whatever. Like you get the idea, right? You can just make these interactive notebook. Then you can easily transfer it into code, like direct code, Python code, or HTML file, or ASCII doc, or plain old this notebook format, and send it to someone else. They can run it over on their machine and make predict and see what you have done and what's this notebook is all about. So this is a very cool tool. I think to me it's very cool, and I don't know how you will perceive it, but it helps a lot. It really helps a lot. Anyway, it's all about it. I will be talking to you in the next one. So till then, be safe, be at home, although we are all going out at this time. So be safe. Other than that, take care. Bye bye.